watching Let's Chat.
Hello, I am Meteorologist Bekah Birdsall here doing some virtual weather in the classroom for y'all if y'all are bored at home or stuck at home. Today we're going to be doing a few simple but fun experiments that will help you teach about the weather and learn about it. So today we're going to go over some experiments. The first one is going to be two different air masses represented by this blue ice cube. Very easy to do. All you got to do is put some water in the containers, put a little blue food coloring, stir it over a little bit. Next, get a pretty large container like this. It can be about the size of a shoebox. And then lastly, some red food coloring. Now the blue ice cube is going to represent the cold air mass. So put it at the very end of your first container, and then at the next end of it, you're going to get that red food coloring and put about 3 drops of it. Now the red represents that warm, unstable atmosphere, and the air mass, as you can see, is rising up in the red because warm air rises and cool air sinks. Now when a cold front comes through, it pushes that warm air upwards and creates something called convection, which causes thunderstorms in the area. Our next experiment is very simple. We are going to be making some rain, not just any rain, flash flooding, which is heavy rain. Now all you need is a very small jar, just a pitcher of water. Pour that water, it can be lukewarm or warm as well. Put it about 3/4 of it. Next, get some shaving cream. Shake it up a little bit. Don't have to put too much of here, but this is going to represent some clouds. So you have that. Next, get some blue food coloring, and you can generously apply this until you start to see it dripping from the shaving cream. It'll slowly start to really develop. Now, I say this is flash flooding because it creates a lot of rainfall in this. As you can see, a bunch as it comes down. And that's our rainstorm in a jar. Our next experiment is going to be showing a tornado funnel. Now all you need is just about a 1-liter can. You can take off the wrapping. I recommend it be clear. Next, just for it to show off really nicely, we got some clear dish soap. What you're going to do is just pour it a little bit, couple drops inside of the liter bottle. And then next I would have some kind of container because we are going to be dropping all of this water in here. So it can really be anything. Right now I just have this big jar. So what you're going to do is put your thumb hand over it, and as you turn it, you're going to be spinning it. It can be any direction, counterclockwise, clockwise, and then you're going to let it go. You ready? So spin it and then let it go. And as you can see, the dish soap really lets you see it a little bit more because it has different colors. Now you can't use food coloring because you can't differentiate between the tornado and the water. You can use red lamp oil or dish soap to really differentiate between that tornado vortex with the water that's in it. And this is the tornado in a bottle experiment. Our next experiment is going to be about fog. Now all you need is some dry ice, not a lot of it, just a little chunk of it. Put it in whatever bowl you want. It could be plastic, it could be styrofoam, and then next get a pitcher of warm water, and you're just going to pour the warm water over the dry ice. Not a lot, but you can see it creates some fog. And we have a lot of fog here in the Tennessee Valley because we're surrounded by mountains as well as ridges, and all of that cool air at night sinks all the way to the bottom of the valley, which is why we wake up to a lot of fog in the area. And you gotta play with it. Don't touch it, but it is fun to play with. And this also affects visibilities as well whenever you're driving. Now remember kids, always have parental supervision, especially when dealing with dry ice as well. I'm Bekah Birdsall, that's Weather in the Classroom.